welcome to today's workout. In about half an hour of work, and we're going to start with an upper body stretching motion. So I'm going to have you stand with your legs about hip distance apart. You're just going to reach up and slightly over. Reach up and slightly over. We're just alternating left and right here, just warming up, really stretching all the way down the ribs, like somebody's pulling on your wrist. Should feel good. Couple more just like this. Excellent. I'm going to have you lean over either on a chair or a table, and we're going to do donkey kicks just to warm up the glute muscles here. So knee comes in towards your chest, lift up towards the ceiling, try to touch your heel up towards the ceiling. Every time you do that, you're squeezing your butt. Lift and squeeze. Press it out. Full range of motion, so you're bringing that knee all the way into your chest. Getting a little bit of an abdominal crunch when you do that. Couple more on this side. And switch, same thing on the other side. Knee to your chest, all the way up. There'll be a little bit of softness in that standing leg. We don't want to lock out that standing leg. And once again, the point of this is to get the glutes, the butt, warmed up, fired up, ready to work. So make sure you're squeezing your butt on each lift. Couple more here. Awesome, perfect. Go ahead and stand back up again. We're gonna get the shoulders and the upper back warmed up. So I'm gonna bring my arms up to about shoulder level, 90 degrees here, trying to touch my elbows together. So those of you who are flexible can do that, no problem. Then we're gonna open up by squeezing your shoulder blades together. So I'm pinching my shoulder blades, close it up, and open. Yes, so this warms up the shoulders, warms up the upper back muscles. One thing we don't want is we don't want the shoulders up in your ears, so kind of relax the shoulders down the whole time. Opening and closing. Two more here. Awesome, perfect. Feet about hip distance apart here. We're gonna lead with your thumbs forward. We're gonna reach up, send your hips forward, hips forward like you're gonna do a back bend, then come down. Press your arms straight up to the ceiling, get a nice triceps stretch. And again, press your hips forward, do a back bend, stand up, press, yes. Couple more like that. Yes, two more. Excellent. I gotta open the door up here, guys. I need a little air. Okay, up next, I'm gonna stand with my feet hip distance apart. I'm gonna be pivoting on my right toe. Pivot, turn, turn. That's it. And now add a little punch. Punch with the right arm. As I pivot, I punch. So just starting to pick up the pace here a little bit, going a little bit faster, a little bit more powerful. So this is a powerful motion. You're getting that punch done by pivoting and using your glute muscles. A couple more like this. And other side, start pivoting on that left toe, turn the left hips, and now left arm follows. The power comes from the hips. Yes. Couple more like this. Awesome. All right, we're gonna take it to the floor. We have 2 exercises on the floor. In the first one, you'll be laying on your back with your knees bent, palms down, and we are simply gonna do a glute bridge here. I'm gonna give you some options to make it harder. First thing you're gonna do is low back presses down into the floor. So you're doing a pelvic tilt first. Then you're gonna peel your spine up off the floor, squeeze your butt as hard as you can, and then relax. Everything comes back down. And repeat. First, starting with the pelvic tilt, low back presses down, peeling your spine up, squeeze your butt, and come right back down. Now, if this is already too easy for you, stay up there and do marches while the rest of us are going up and down. Digging through your heels, squeezing your butt as hard as you can, regardless which one you are doing. Keep going here. Real healthy for your spine, real healthy for your glutes. You might even feel it in your hamstrings a little bit. Couple more just like this. And if you're marching, I know you're feeling it by now. One more. And relax. Perfect. We're gonna flip over to get our posture muscles. So we're gonna lay on your belly. And your arms will be out to the side. Your thumbs will be up facing the ceiling. And you're simply going to pulse, 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 squeezing your shoulder blades, lifting, lifting, lifting. About 20 pulses here. Couple more. Yes. And relax. We're going to go back. One more set of each of those exercises. Glute bridges and the shoulder blades pinching. So one more option for the glute bridge, and I'm going to do it this way this time, is to hug one knee into your chest and do one leg at a time. So I'm going to do 10 on each leg. The other options are 2 legs at a time or the marching. Everything stays the same. You're lifting by squeezing your butt, and you're doing a little bit of a pelvic tilt before you start. And I just completed my 10, so I'm going to switch. Working at your own pace, but you want to work slow enough that you actually feel each one. So not just simply trying to get through the motions, but feeling where you should be feeling it, which is in your glutes and your hamstrings, and a little bit in your abdominals. Awesome. And then we're going to flip back over and do shoulder blade pinches, pulsing, about 20. Remember, thumbs face the ceiling. That puts your shoulders in the right position. And go. Pretend like there's a pencil between your shoulder blades and you're squeezing that pencil. And relax. Awesome. Let's hop back up. And we're going to move on here. We're going to do about a minute of cardio, followed by about a minute of a strength exercise, followed by about a minute of core exercise. So the first one, I call these, I'm going to try to fix my screen a little bit better. I call these Frankensteins, where you are just basically doing a straight leg lift, straight leg kick. Now you can, let me get my timer going here so I don't lie about that 1 minute. You can walk it like that. You can reach forward to touch your toe. And if you do that, kind of scooping out your belly to get a core exercise in there, or you can jump it. So you have lots of choices here. And if that's too much, just don't even reach and just do a nice easy kick. So about a minute here, trying to keep that leg as straight as you can. Working the hamstrings, starting to work cardiovascular. Excellent. Balance might be working here too for some of us. About 10 more seconds. Should feel good. And relax. Awesome. So the next exercise, what I'm going to have you do is super wide base of support. Now I'm 5'1". You can see how wide my legs are. So if you're taller than me, make sure you're wider. You're going to sit back into one side. Sit back into one side. You're going to lift up the other leg. And then stay low. Shift your weight to the other side. Lift up a leg. Now if you need to hold on to something for balance, that's fine too. When you lift up that leg, you're working the side of your glutes. So this is a strength exercise. We are working our legs slow and controlled. Stay low the whole time. Lift as high as you can. Yes. Very nice. Couple more just like this. One more. Excellent. And then the third exercise is going to be a core exercise. Basically, we're going to hold a plank. So I'm going to be doing this on my forearms, but you can do it on your palms. You can do it raised on your forearms or your palms. It doesn't really matter. So the number one rule here is that we crunch. We have a little bit of a pelvic tilt at the bottom of our, while we're in that plank. So I'm in my plank position and I have a little bit of a pelvic tilt. So whatever you choose, you can do this elevated, you can do this on the floor, you can do it on your palms, you can do it on your forearms. Either way, I want you to feel that little crunch in your abdominals the whole time. And that is safe for our backs. We are also strengthening our upper bodies and our legs simply by just holding this position. So about another 20 seconds here. Make sure you're breathing, not holding your breath. We tend to hold our breath when we're holding a plank. And relax. Awesome. We're going to repeat that circuit 2 more times, starting with the Frankenstein kicks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. So Frankenstein kicks or jumps, your choice. Touch or not touch. Make it work for you. And about a minute here. We've already gone about 25 seconds. Very nice. Five, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Now we've got our heart rate up. Now we're going to do strength, slowing things down. Nice wide base of support. We're going to sit back into one side like I'm sitting into a chair. Lift up that leg. Shimmy on over to the other side. Lift it up. I'm going to show you the side view. Make sure your butt is back and your knee is not forward, but back. As you're doing that, shifting side to side, pretend like there's a wall behind you and you can touch your butt to that wall. So you want to sit back as much as you can. Lifting up that leg as high as you can by using the strength of your leg muscles. The sides of them are working. Glute med is working. Yes. One more each side. Excellent. And plank. We're going to hold that plank for about a minute. If that's too much for you, hold it on your knees. That's another option, another modification. Forearms, palms, it doesn't matter. What matters most is that we have a pelvic tilt the whole time. We have a little bit of a crunch the entire time, and we never lose that. Let's begin. 3, 2, and go. So you are actively pushing the floor away with your forearms or your palms, pushing the floor down. You have that crunch, that pelvic tilt. And the third thing you want to think about here is pressing your heels back as far as you can. If there was a wall behind you, you could touch the wall with the backs of your heels. So those three things, upper body, pushing through the floor, the crunch in your core, and your heels pressing back, make for a very strong plank. And breathing, don't forget that. About 15 seconds to go. If you need to drop to your knees, drop to your knees. If you need a rest, take a rest and get back into it. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. We have one more round of everything, starting with those Frankenstein kicks. 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. And once again, what I said before too is if you carve out of your abs, you'll also be able to get that leg up a little bit higher, and you'll be able to use your abdominals to help. Halfway there, 30 seconds to go. Ten. And relax. Awesome. Last time, the side leg raises, the single leg squat. So, wide base of support. I'm going to sit back. I'm doing a single leg squat. Lift up the other leg. Begin. Yes. Trying to stay low the whole time and butt back the whole time. Requires that you shift the weight to one leg completely in order to hold your balance for that split second while you raise that leg. Halfway there. Stay low. Yes. One more time and shake it out. Excellent. We have one more plank hold. Forearms, palms, elevated. Your choice. 3, 2, and hold. Make sure you have that pelvic tilt, the little crunch. Make sure you're pushing the floor away as as hard as you can. If you could move the floor down with your upper body and make sure you're pressing your heels back. Yes. Excellent, excellent. Think about anything else right now. 30 seconds to go. Another 10 seconds. Stay strong. Tell yourself you can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Awesome. Sit back in a child's pose for just a second. That means butt into your heels, arms over, just reaching out, dropping your chest down between your arms, getting a nice chest stretch. And then come on up nice and slow. All right. So we have 2 different exercises now. One will be on the floor, one's a core exercise, and one's strength and cardio kind of combined. So we're going to do 3 rounds of that as well. So the first one is a lunge. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my screen so you can see the full picture here. A lunge. So what we're going to do is go up and down into that lunge. Now, I never have weight on my front toe. My heel never leaves the floor. If I did that, that would put a lot of pressure on my knee. So make sure the weight is on that back heel and the back toe. And we're simply going to go straight down and straight up. My torso is a little bit forward, but not completely forward, not completely upright either. So just a little bit forward. So go ahead and get started here. We're just going to go up and down here, nice and easy. Now, if this is way too easy for you, go all the way down, graze that knee, come all the way up. So the fuller the range of motion, the harder it is. We're going to be here about 30 seconds on this side, and then we'll switch and do about 30 on the other. So shallow is a little easier. And thinking about pushing through that front heel to take pressure off that front knee. Front heel, back toe. And go ahead and switch now. Other leg in front, other leg in back. Same thing. Front heel, front toe. And your choice whether you go deep or shallow. So it becomes cardiovascular in the sense that it's large muscle groups. Large muscle groups working require more blood flow to them. Therefore, the heart has to pump faster to get the blood to those muscles. And relax. Awesome. And then the second exercise, like I said, is going to be on the floor. And you will have your knees bent, arms crossed over your chest. And try to get your torso as straight as you can. So spine as straight as you can. So we don't want to be hunched over. We want to be lifted. You're going to lean back, just until you feel your abdominals engaged. As you do this, your legs get a little straighter. And then come right back up. So lean back. When you feel your abdominals kick in, you're going to hang out there for a split second. Come right back up. All the while, you're trying to keep your back in its nice flat position and not let it roll. Now, if this is too hard for you, you can bring your arms out for counterbalance. You're still going to feel it. The other thing you want to think about is your neck. We don't want your neck to sway back. You want your neck in line with your spine at all times. So leaning back, feeling the abdominals kick in. Come up. About 3 more, just like this. And 1 more. Excellent. All right, we're going back to the lunges. I'm going to give you 1 more alternative here. For those of you who want more, the alternative will be a forward and backward lunge. So you'll step forward and backwards. My left leg is not moving, it's just my right leg. We'll do that for 30 seconds and then 30 seconds on the other leg. 3, 2, and begin. Now, if you're doing the forward and backward, or if you're just doing that static up and down, either way, you want to push off the front heel, whatever leg is in front. Front heel, not the front toe. Extremely important. That engages the glutes and takes pressure off the knees. And switch. About 30 seconds on the other side. Shallow is a little bit easier. Deeper, harder. One more. Excellent. Get ready for lean backs. On the floor, knees bent. Bring this down a little bit so you can see more. Arms crossed over your chest. 3, 2, and begin. Lean back, lean back. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you go down. And exhale as you come up. Very nice. Neck is always in line with your spine. So that means you don't want to cock your neck back, nor have your chin on your chest. And making that mental connection to your abdominals, feeling each one, not simply getting through the motion, but making that mind-body connection to the abdominals. No movement of the spine. Spine stays in the same position throughout the entire exercise. We have one more here. Excellent. And we have one more round of everything. Lunges, you can either do forward, back, or you can stay static. I'm going to stay static this time. More of a pulsing lunge. Pick a leg, any leg. 3, 2, and begin. Weight on that front heel, no matter which one you're choosing. The back knee goes straight down, and the front knee doesn't pass your shoelaces. So keeping that weight shifted back is really important on lunges. And switch. One side's gonna feel more awkward than another because we're stronger on one side. We tend to use one side more than the other. And that's another reason why lunges are great. Single leg exercises are fantastic to keep the balance between them two. And shake it out. Excellent. One more set of the lean backs. Your last hard thing today. Knees bent, spine lifted, arms crossed over your chest, and begin. Exhale as you come up. Inhale as you go down. And making that connection to your abdominals. Keeping the spine in its neutral position the entire time. There's no movement of the spine. Real nice. About 15 seconds left. And relax. Excellent. Fantastic. We're going to do one stretch for the abdominals. You're going to love this stretch. I do. You're gonna lay flat on your back with your legs straight and your arms overhead. And what I want you to think of is somebody's pulling on your wrists in one direction and pulling on your ankles in the other. And they're like pulling your spine apart. Stretching, 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 getting a nice long stretch. This is fantastic for the abdominals. Take a deep breath in. And one long exhale, stretch just a little bit more. And then come on up. You are finished with today's half-an-hour workout. Thank you.